Ladies and gentlemen, day one of the Denver Broncos OTA practice is officially in the books. And by day one, I do mean technically day three, but it is day one of it open to the media and us getting new highlights and new observations, news, notes, everything that you can think of, right? So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to break down everything you need to know from HARVEY to Bo Nix to Pat Bryant, Evan Ingram, right? Everything you need to know, we got you guys covered. However, before we dive into today's video, I do ask one favor, and I'm going to start this video off like I always do, and I want to give credit where credit is due, and that is with all of the Denver Broncos media members out there. You're going to see some names at the top of your screen. Make sure you guys go follow them on Twitter or X because they get these highlights and these news out so much quicker than I do. And without them, these videos just aren't possible to make. Go give them a follow on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. You will not regret it. I promise you that. Now, with that being said, hit the like button. Comment down below who you're most excited about going into this season. And let's just dive right in. So this first video is just running backs, right? So you're seeing HARVEY, who is probably going to be the day one starter. He's wearing number 37. You see 28. I believe that's Tyler Batty. We also see Blake Watson and Jaleel McLaughlin, Audric Estime. So there's 38. He goes first. That's Jaleel McLaughlin. Maybe he's first in the pecking order as of now. That is subject to change. Next up, you see 23. That is Audric Estime. Fifth round pick of last year, excuse me. Next up, you see HARVEY. Now, the way they perform these drills, you don't have to take everything from it. Doesn't mean that this is going to be kind of the pecking order of the running back room right away. It's just initially, right? Jaleel McLaughlin has been here. Estime is a second-year player. HARVEY's a second-round draft pick. Those guys are going to be your 1, 2, and 3, probably no matter what. Now, the order is probably going to change from now to training camp to preseason to regular season. It's going to change. But HARVEY looks quick. He looks explosive. Let's look at one more rep here. All we're doing is trying to go to the opposite side of the coach, right? So, boom. Great job here. Again, we're just trying to read the gray-shirted coach. Second guy's like a safety tackler, right? But we want to go to the opposite side of the gray-hooded. Great one-cut ability there by HARVEY. Let's get into some more clips. Now, one of my favorite things about today's practice was actually Bo Nix being a leader out there. I mean, he had already booked a vacation for a bunch of these wide receivers and rookies and offensive linemen to go out and just build chemistry with one another, and it's been very similar on the field. These guys are just, sticking around each other the entire time. Now, obviously, that's how it should be. But Bo Nix is an absolute leader of a quarterback, and man, if you're a Broncos fan, you shouldn't be, worried at all. This team is in really good hands. Sean Payton actually said after practice today that processing and understanding the offense is what makes you different. And Bo Nix is picking up right where he left off last year. He's, progressing clearly. And it's so early into OTAs. You just love to see it. All right, here's some more clips of Bo Nix going with some wide receivers working individually, not in team. Basically, just running backs or wide receivers running routes against air. But I do want to pose one question for you guys. Who do you think the starting 3 receivers of this football is going to be going into the season? Because yes, you have Courtland Sutton. He'll be your alpha. He'll be your number 1 going into the season. But from there, it gets a little bit dicey. We saw how good Marvin Mims can be when they put him in the right situations and use him as a gadget guy. I think they will continue to do that next year or this season. You also have Devon Vele, who was a 7th round pick last year, a little bit older, but very poised. He's got a calm demeanor about him, and I feel like he's a solid player to have on the football field. But after that, you have Troy Franklin, a 4th round pick of last year. You have Pat Bryant, a 3rd round pick this year, who Sean Payton has already said compared him to Michael Thomas. You have about 5 guys there that I think could be a starter on this football team. You guys let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to be the starting wide receivers going into the season? We also saw some more chemistry building between Bo Nix and HARVEY as he's running a clear wheel route down that left sideline. Again, there's no coverage. There's no one on him. There's no one trying to defend him. So can we really take too much out of it? No, but that's what OTAs is. It's fun to be out here to see these guys working together, see how it looks and see how it feels. And the aura of practice today was definitely a good sign. I feel like they did a really good job, just coming out here, working, and keeping the energy up at practice today. Now, before we get any further into this video, I need you guys to do me a quick little favor. Hit the like button if not only you're enjoying these videos thus far, but you want more Broncos videos throughout the entirety of not only, right, OTAs, which is going to be this week and then next week as well, but also we're going to get into mandatory minicamp. From there, they take a little bit of a break and then open up with training camp. If you want me to cover every single one of these practices, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Guys, it is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family, and we will be covering this Broncos team through everything you can think of. We've got you guys covered. So make sure you guys join the family. Turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post one of them. Now, with that being said, we got a little bit more footage here just working on chemistry with the running back. We want to hand that ball off, and then we get a new one. So you're kind of doing two things in one. We're building that chemistry, we're handing that ball off, and then we're getting a new one from a coach and then throwing it, right, as we're dropping back into a 5-step or a 3-step drop, whatever it may be. Good job here. I believe this is just a 3-step drop. Boom, plant throw. Just working on technique and mechanics early on here in OTAs. All right, another pass here from Bo Nix. Drops back, throws it over the middle, finds Troy Franklin on a dig. Again, they're not going through 7-on-7s and 11-on-11s. At least they can't show us those type of film just because they don't want other teams being able to see the film, take it, use it against them later on into the season, and know their play. So they're not going to show you too much of 7-on-7s or 11-on-11s. Sometimes when fans are allowed to practice, they'll record them. And there's nothing that, the front office or coaches or whatever can do anything about that. But throughout these closed and open to media practices, you probably won't see any of those type of that type of film until training camp.
He's done a really good job working. He does a good job out of the backfield. It's hard to tell with shorts and t-shirt, what it's like running the ball with the no pads, but that's obviously why we got him. So he can run the ball, but I think it's the other things that he's showing, just the routes and his suddenness and quickness in hands. I think all that's really good to see. But he's a great guy, great dude first and foremost, and then I think it's going to translate for him being a successful player. I've done a really good job.
Overall, guys, there's not too much really more to show from today's practice, but do me a favor, comment down below a couple of guys you're really excited for going into this season. Who do you think can make the biggest difference? That is a newcomer, whether it's a free agent or a rookie. Let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post a Broncos video. And lastly, go follow all of the Broncos media members on X or Twitter, because I promise you, you will not regret it. They do such a good job, and again, without them, these videos are not possible to make. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Should be very, very soon. Peace.